Okay, so I'm taking a video of the property, give you an idea as to what it looks like. Coconut trees in the front, alamander swirl, bougainvillea, bridal bouquet, palm trees in between. I tried to lay it out so that it looks as decorative and colorful as possible. It's a duplex property. So, landscape, birds of paradise in the middle there. This yellow plant, I do not know what that is, but it has these nice yellow flowers. I'm gonna need to trim this. It's getting a little too wide. More palm trees, even on the outside of the property. I dug holes about 3 to 4 feet deep. Planted these palm trees. So on the perimeter of the property, that's a nice layout to it. I don't remember what this plant is, but it has these color flowers on it that I like. I'm going to try to moss a piece of that so I can spread it out throughout the yard. Chinese plum tree. It's two that I planted side by side. These are Suriname cherry trees that I planted along here. More coconut trees. I tried to get different variety of coconuts, different colors of coconut plants. Hairy mango tree. I put out quite a few that the storm didn't knock down. Did some cleaning up here. Planted this Hayden mango tree. Has about 2 mangoes on it. This is from a tree that got mossed. So I allowed the mangoes to stay there to see how it still grows and produces while it's still young. It's back to the property. This is an area here that I have to clean up. I put some pots and plants here just to temporarily transfer it out of this garden here. Lemongrass, fever grass took over, so I got to deal with that. And then I got to clean this area up here and put these pots back in there. Got some palm trees growing in the bucket. This is a 300-gallon water container that I collect rainwater from the roof with. So 300 gallons of rainwater that I use to water everything here. Then I got some 55-gallon and 30-gallon water containers. This is my banana patch, Chiquita banana. It's about 25 foot tall. Regular sweet banana, sugar banana. We got plantain here, and this is a red banana sucker here. Stop drinking that water. Stop it. Stop it. This little crazy dog. Hurricane is her name. Oh my goodness gracious. Whew. It's a lot to deal with. Oh, I got another alamander chocolate swirl growing here in the pot. Some frangipanis. There's a large frangipani that I have here. Some more bridal bouquets. Might have to do something with those later. It's a lemon tree. Connep tree. I may take that down. Leave that space for a mango tree. This is a tangerine tree. This is pink grapefruit. I dug a hole around about 2 to 3 inch deep. Put fertilizer and then put leaves on it so the grass wouldn't choke it. And then the leaves will eventually turn into soil. These are palm trees that I have in pots. These are foxtail palms. I'm going to also pot as well. Sugar canes growing in pot. Pineapple growing in water. This other plant that I found that I like. These running vines. Trying to catch a hog plum tree, but that seems to be more difficult. This is my compost heap. All the trees that I cut down, all the leaves from the sapodilli tree, I put here, stock it up, and it breaks down eventually into soil. I also put cardboard here as well. So eventually it breaks down and it turns into soil. So I got to clean up this area. That area too, this neighbor here keeps dumping their trash over here, so I warned them about it again. I'm going to put these sheet metal down in the back here and make space over there, moving them from that far corner, putting them here so I can clean up this area and create a real compost in this area. So I got to sort out all of these plants here. It's oregano or thyme, some people call it, aloe growing out of pot, rosemary, bell pepper, bird pepper, carrots, pineapple. This is my niece's plants. She gave them to me so that I can try, breathe some life into it, so they're coming back. Soil that I'm going to process, that's what I got from over here. So once I sift it and I put it in here. I added small little rocks in it as well, because rocks absorb moisture. So when I use it again, it'll have some moisture retention to it. That's the sheet metal that I'm going to move. I'm going to clean up this area here, flatten that down so I can put some more fruit trees. Of course, this is moringa. Everybody knows how healthy that is. Nutrient dense, the most nutrient dense plant on the planet. You can eat every part of it. This is my aloe patch here. So I got to reclaim that. I'll probably move that from where it is now. Put it somewhere out here in the open. Looking back at the banana patch, this is where I have the dog staying temporarily until I could secure the yard a little bit more. The raised garden beds that I created. I dumped leaf, gravel, grass, and this is what my dog decided to do with my raised garden bed. She tore it up. So I gotta dig this out. I'll fix the sheet metal back and tie it together. And this is the hog banana patch. This grows so wild I had to move it from the banana patch and put it someplace by itself. These hog bananas are very aggressive, so I had to give them a spot by itself. This is the roof that she keeps jumping up and tearing up. So it's two raised garden beds. That's a raised garden box. She tore up that one, but that's fine. Whatever it takes to make sure she stays calm. We double back. This is where I put all the hog bananas initially and the plantain trees. It's my neighbor finally deciding to clear down the trees on his property that was growing into my yard and along the fence line. So I told him I'm gonna drill holes in the roots to kill these trees from coming back and help him scrape down his property so I could have someone come and cut the yard. This is where I put my hog bananas and plantain trees initially. So it's growing along here. And of course they've taken up that space. So I need to find out if this here is plantain. Because these haven't grown for a long time and now I see this one coming out. So I got to find out what that is. There's one growing here in the garden. I got to find out whether that's hog banana or plantain. And I noticed that the raspberry plant is coming back. This here's raspberry. I hate raspberry vines. They got these spikes on it. Stand down, relax. When you put your hand into here, it rips you when you put your hand in, and when you're pulling your hand out, it rips you again. These got some spikes on it that will tear you to pieces, and they run wild. They burrow on the ground. You plant them in one place here, and you look over there, the raspberry plant popping up here, and it grows out of control. See, it's starting to grow along the fence top here. See, they're popping up here now. I see it over here. It's growing in the back here. If I don't mind, geez, see, my pants just got caught up in one of the raspberry bush. These grow wild. So I gotta take that under control and take back this garden. This is an apple tree that started to sprout here. I had it in the pot. I took the pot up, transplanted it, and then a piece of the root that was still in the ground just popped right up above the carpet, and it started growing. So I got to try to moss that to catch that, and then eventually kill the roots out so it doesn't grow in here anymore. This is my sapodilly tree in the background, if you can see that. After Hurricane Dorian, this tree took off the life of its own and has some of the biggest sapodillies on it. Sapodillies that was bigger than my hand. That's the hog banana patch. This is the scarlet plum area. Mangola tree growing here as well. This is where my hog plum tree used to be. But the old gardener who I had kept weed back in the edge of it and ended up skinning the bark until it died off. I got sugar apple growing here. And then this is my Asian tamarind tree. It's probably about 15 feet tall now. Asian tamarind that they sell in the supermarket. I planted a few seeds. This one caught. And now it's reaching for the sun. So hopefully I'll have some sweet Asian tamarind on this. Oh, and the Bahamian tamarind is in the back there. That tree is huge now. This is all the pile of leaves that fall from the sapodilly tree. So I turn all this into mulch. I'm going to start burning off some of this to turn into charcoal. The leaves are piling up a bit too quick, so I can turn it into mulch, but it takes a while to break down. But I'm going to create a fire pit and burn some of these off, so I can reintroduce it to the soil. That's my crazy dog playing with bees again and getting chased around. She don't learn. But I put sapodilly and mangoes here so that the bees can get sugar from it. So they come through and they suck all the sugar out of the dillies that drop out of the tree. So that's a way of me giving back to nature, making sure that the bees get their fill of sugar. It's another sugar apple tree here that's starting to thrive. Underneath here is my blood orange tree. It's a blood orange. This here is 2 star fruit trees that I planted side by side. Another hairy banana, not hairy banana, hairy mango tree. This is my Valencia orange tree. And this here is white grapefruit. More coconut plants, more mangola plants, American guava. This is the apple tree here. I'm not sure if this is the red apple or the yellow one. This is a pomegranate. This is another hairy hairy mango tree. I thought this was mangola, so I may have to move that and put a mangola tree there instead. Coconut plants. This is my globe grape tree. Globe grapes and big round grapes that have seeds in it. That's what these are. So as you can see, these are globe grapes. I have them growing here. I'm gonna have to erect something here and run it straight down here along the fence so that the globe grapevines can run on it, and it'll be a little organized, because right now it's climbing on anything it could find. It's now in the coconut tree running, so I gotta fix that. Set something up and give it the space that it needs to run so I could be able to organize how it lays itself out. Yeah, I could see grapes growing in different areas of this plant. Bridal bouquet, alamander swirl, bougainvilleas. Tried to lay it out as nicely as I possibly could. Palm trees running on the outside. Got some pyramids stopping people from parking here. They used to knock down the trees. So tried to mitigate that somewhat. I got about 26 coconut trees in this yard. Wanted to make sure I get all different varieties. This is the Juju plum tree. This season it had some big Juju plums on it. This is a soursop tree. I counted about 32 on this tree since the season came. Got some big soursop off this tree. And she seemed to be running for herself. I'm gonna see if I can moss the top of that. We got soursop growing every part of the limb that I haven't harvested yet. So I'm going to moss a couple of those. This started out as 4. Now it looks like 4,000. Surrounding my flagpole. Used to be able to see the base of my flagpole back in the day, but these got sharp barbs on the edge, so I got to be careful going in, because you could rip yourself going in and coming out. This is the other side of the palm tree bridal bouquet setup that I put here. This is another apple tree. Front of the yard. This is Barbados cherry. Dorian took up the original one, pull it up out of the ground and drop it. So this is another one that I put out. This is my trash heap at the front of the yard. Palm trees, what didn't get tear down from people trying to park on the grass. Gazebo. My front yard, these pink bougainvillea, I gotta weed those up because it's trying to take down the gazebo. Frangipani growing here. Coconut trees and palm trees and bougainvillea along the fence line. It's another alamander swirl plant. Pyramids on the outside of the yard. Palm trees growing straight down to the end of the property. Coconut palm trees. Persons keep coming in the yard stealing the coconuts, so I got to deal with that. This is my mini peach tree. Mom selected this area. She planted it here, so I dug the hole and she put it down and we covered it up. So small little peaches, miniature peaches. It's another one here. The season is almost ending, so this is what's left on the trees. We got jasmine. Mom loved it, so I decided to keep this in the yard. It's a monument that I set up for in memory of Dad. The piece for Mom I'm going to put in the middle of that. So dug the hole, put the base down, sand, gravel, P-rock, put the stepping stone, put down the base, and then put the bowl on the top. And I'm going to have an insert in there to memorialize Mom. part of Dad's ashes is buried right here under the juju plum tree that he loved. So a lock of Mom's hair and a part of her garment that we had made for her to get buried in. I'm going to plant that next to here and then put the monument piece in the middle to commemorate Mom and Dad. That's the other side of the tree. This is my crazy dog, Hurricane. She's a handful and then some. So, that's the basic layout of the property. Lots of yard space. So I'm setting up holes where I can put down fence posts, SS20 gauge. So I can put down some cameras, motion sensor cameras that connect to the internet. It senses motion, it'll alert me when people are coming in the yard. It also records. It'll send an alert to my phone to let me know. I'm able to speak to the person through the camera. They're able to speak back to me. But of course, if somebody's stealing, they ain't gonna have nothing to say, but I won't catch them. This dog that I have been training is an intact dog. So I'm getting up to speed on the layout of the yard. So that when they come in, I can send a command through the camera. It'll alert her and then she'll go into attack position. Then the cameras will also have as a backup. They're solar powered, so wouldn't have to worry about it running out of power. So this is what I'm doing when I'm not working, when I'm not at the gym, trying to cultivate this yard, putting more fruit trees in, trying to get some Asian mango and mango tree out of Cuba. Had some of the biggest mangoes I've ever seen and the sweetest ones that Mom loved. That's the Bahamian tamarind tree. That's the layout of the yard. That's the setup so far. I have a lot of things to do. Sometimes it feels like so little time.